Underbilling in the construction industry happens all the time. Knowing what underbilling is and how it can affect construction projects and payments is extremely important. In this video, we want to explain to you what underbilling is and bad practices that lead to underbilling. Underbilling occurs when a contractor completes a certain amount of work on a project during a billing cycle, but doesn't bill their customers for all the work completed during that billing cycle. For example, if a contractor completes 30% of the project, but submits a progress bill to their customers for just 20% of the overall contract value, the contractor has underbilled by 10%. Why would a contractor not bill for all the work that they've done? Some of the bad practices that lead to underbilling include slow billing practices, underestimating project costs, unrecognized overbilling at the beginning of a project and underbilling towards the end, weak project management control, and unapproved change orders. Let's talk about all of these more in depth. Slow billing practices happen, for example, when a contractor is supposed to get their progress bills to the customers on the first day of every month, but doesn't get it until the 10th. That leaves 9 days of work and costs off the invoice and effectively underbills customers for work performed on the date of that invoice. Underbilling caused by slow billing practices should only have a negative impact on cash flow that's temporary. However, certain types of underbilling situations turn into unrecoverable losses. Poorly estimating project costs can lead to underbilling a job too. For example, you might think you only need a crew of 4 laborers and budget accordingly. In reality, it takes 6 workers to get the job done on time. There may not be room in the budget for those additional workers. If you eat the cost and only bill for 4 laborers, you've just underbilled. Unrecognized overbilling at the beginning of a project can lead to underbilling towards the end of the job as well. Some businesses intentionally front the load their invoices, which we do not recommend, and others may do it accidentally. Either way, if too much of the budget is allocated to the beginning of the project, and a contractor may find themselves underbilling at the end in order to stay on budget. Next, let's talk about weak project management control. This refers to the cost for non-billable work. An example of this is using materials from existing inventory but not including those materials in the invoices, or pulling labor off of one project and putting it on another without considering additional labor costs. It might not result in direct underbilling, but the net effect is similar. Not all of the labor or materials put into the job are being billed. Finally, we have unapproved change orders. This isn't really underbilling per se, but it can have a similar effect. A change order is work that is added to or deleted from the original contract. Examples could be changing materials used, adding more electrical lines, or even changing floor plans to accommodate unexpected project needs. If a change order is not approved, but the contractor still spends the money and performs the work, the customer might refuse to pay for that work. The result may effectively be a permanent unrecoverable underbilling. By performing unapproved change orders, you may be doing extra work that you won't get paid for. In any event, the best thing to do here is to get your change orders approved early and often. Underbilling is almost never a good thing, and at the highest level indicates that construction companies lack financial control and accounting effectiveness. Also, it usually isn't good for the project cash flow. When a contractor is underbilling customers, they are spending money on project costs but aren't getting the same amount of money back from their customers. This leads to a negative cash flow for as long as the underbilling lasts. If you're experiencing cash flow issues, reach out to our payment experts by phone or live chat on levelset.com. And remember, payment help is here.